My stomach is gonna hurt so bad after this. Welcome back to my channel where we have a brand new microphone. Finally. I mean, come on. Look at this quality, this koala tea. Do you guys like this? This sweet, sweet audio you're getting now? I absolutely hate ASMR videos, but I see the appeal now. This is kind of fun because I'm barely making any noise, but you can hear everything. But this is for sure an upgrade from the mic that is on my camera right now. Hopefully you won't hear passing by cars nearly as much anymore. What a delightful day it is. We love that for us. What's up, everybody? I am Shelby Name, and today we are going to be talking about fast food. If there is one thing in this world that I love a lot more than I should, it is fast food. I love fast food. I love so much fast food. And it's so bad for you. Everybody knows that. But all these fast food places, of course, originated somewhere. And being someone who loves history and seeing how things originate, I decided to look into the history of some of these fast food places. But not only that, I decided to order the most popular or the most bought item from 5 different restaurants, and we're gonna try it out and see. Because the majority of the things on here, I haven't actually tried before. So this will be a new experience for me and for you. Let's learn about the history of fast food. I'm kind of thinking that this might end up being a bit of a series on my channel, and so if I don't talk about your favorite fast food restaurant today, don't worry, because it's probably on my list and I'll probably talk about it sometime in the future. So I already went ahead and I ordered from 5 different restaurants, which of course was a whole obstacle in itself. I don't know if you've ever tried ordering 5 orders from different places before, but it can be quite overwhelming, especially since one of my Postmates delivery guys delivered to me twice, which was embarrassing. He probably wondered why I didn't just go and get all this fast food myself, since I do own a car and I do know how to drive, but I'm also very lazy and I wanted to set up for this video while somebody else went and got the food for me. But I think you got the gist. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about the history of some of your most favorite fast food restaurants. Of course, we have to start out with the most popular fast food restaurant, and that happens to be the Mickey D's. I had to supply my own straw because McDonald's didn't give me one, which is very rude. Also, if you see me looking off to my right here, my computer is sitting right here where I have a bunch of notes that I wrote out yesterday. So McDonald's is the world's largest restaurant chain, which I'm sure you already knew by now. Well, okay, they're the largest in terms of revenue, and they have over 37,000 locations worldwide and serves an estimated amount of 69 million people a day. Isn't that like the population of like the UK? Population of the UK. Huh, yeah, 66 million. McDonald's serves more people worldwide than the UK has in their country. They also apparently have 1.5 million employees and are the second largest private employer after Walmart, who has 2.3 million employees. That makes sense. McDonald's and Walmart,
they're probably going to take over the world one day.
The restaurant was founded on May 15th, 1940, which their 80th anniversary just passed, by the way. May 15th of 2020 was McDonald's 80th birthday. Happy birthday, McDonald's! McDonald's was founded by Richard and Maurice McDonald, who are brothers, by the way. I initially thought that they were husband and wife. They are not. They are brothers. The brothers were the inventors of the speedy service system, which now is referred to as fast food. The Golden Arches became the restaurant's mascot in 1962. Then Ronald McDonald came to the scene in 1965 to target the younger customers. So I also want to talk about some of the most notable drama with these restaurants. Everybody just wants to know the tea. As much as I like to know how things started, I also want to know the things that they're most known for. And by that, I mean I want to know their biggest controversies. So let's look at the most notable drama, shall we? I think that McDonald's gets the most major backlash just because of the unhealthiness of their food. And literally all sorts of reports have been made about this over the years. When I was a kid, when I was in like elementary or middle school or something, I had to watch that documentary called Super Size Me. I feel like a bunch of people had to watch that, but it still continues to be the biggest fast food restaurant out there, so. And McDonald's originally was exclusively burgers, fries, and chicken nuggets, and like milkshakes, their desserts, stuff like that. But upon all the criticism of their food being so unhealthy, that's ultimately what made them start incorporating things like fruit sides and salads and juices and smoothies and all that kind of stuff. So the most popular item for McDonald's is actually their French fries, which I thought was kind of boring. I wasn't just going to buy French fries. So their second most famous item is the Big Mac. Got my McDonald's. The McDonald's order was the first thing to come, so things are getting a little cold around here. I do enjoy McDonald's fries. They are pretty good. They're a little floppy in my opinion, but they're fine. We have our Big Mac. I have never had a Big Mac before. Is it just a cheeseburger? Why? Oh man. Why is there an extra bun in here? Is that what makes a Big Mac different from just a normal cheeseburger? They give you an extra piece of bread in the middle?
Okay.
Who came up with this? Who was like, yes, let's give more bread? I would probably just take this extra middle piece out and I guess just have a double cheeseburger. Let's see. Let's try it. Yeah, it's good. I just still think that the extra piece of bread in the middle is just so unnecessary. I haven't eaten yet today, so now I just like want to eat this whole thing. One more bite. Moving on. So the next popular restaurant that I paid a visit to was Taco Bell. I gotta admit, I'm not the hugest fan of Taco Bell. Every time I've eaten Taco Bell in the past, it has always made me feel very, very sick. Taco Bell was founded by Glenn Bell in 1962 in Downey, California. Before Glenn started Taco Bell, he actually had a hot dog stand that he called Bell's Drive-In, and then later Taco Bell was bought by PepsiCo in 1978. But Taco Bell's history isn't nearly as interesting as Taco Bell's scandals. One scandal was in 2000 when Taco Bell brand shells were recalled from supermarkets because they included the GMO called Starlink, which was never approved for human consumption. Wonderful. Apparently this was the first time for a genetically modified food to be recalled, so congratulations, Taco Bell, for having that accomplishment. But I also read an article that was actually posted in 2019, so this was like, kind of recent, that said that Taco Bell apparently had to discard 2.3 million pounds of beef from their restaurants across the US because of the fact that people were finding shavings of metal in their food. From what I read, these restaurants really tried to kind of keep it on the down low, and they were suggesting to customers that they shouldn't get the beef, they should get like chicken or steak or whatever, which, correct me if I'm wrong, gives off the impression that they were still selling this beef before it was like publicly announced that there had been metal found in it. So like honestly, were they still selling it before it was like publicly recalled? That's my question for the universe today. But I mean, Taco Bell has had all sorts of scandals, from like an E. coli outbreak in 2006 and accusations in 2011 that Taco Bell's meat was only like 36% beef. So not only is the beef potentially have metal shavings in it, but is only 36% beef, according to this article that I read. I actually remember this happening in 2011. I remember when everybody was just like,
Oh, don't eat Taco Bell. Their meat is fake.
So when I was researching for this video, I found several different lists saying like what people thought the most popular, the most ordered Taco Bell item was. However, like none of the lists were consistent. So I decided to hop on over to Instagram and ask my followers what they thought was the most popular or like the favorite, the most bought Taco Bell item was. And pretty much everybody said that the favorite item at Taco Bell is the Crunchwrap Supreme and a Baja Blast, which, duh. I have gotten Baja Blasts from Taco Bell before. I do thoroughly enjoy them. So I made sure to also get one of these. Oh, thank God they gave me a straw. I was about to throw a fit. I haven't had one of these in I think like 2 years at this point. Why is it so good? Let's dig into this Crunchwrap Supreme. I've never had this before. Hoya! I'm gonna try it. Everybody seems to like this. I don't hate it. We'll just have to see if I hate it in 3 hours when my stomach wants to kill me. I have no problem with the taste of Taco Bell's food. I think their food tastes fine. It's just, it usually hurts me several hours later. Yeah, no, this is very good. Good suggestion, Instagram followers. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you go do that. I gotta admit, I actually do really like this. But still, now I can't stop thinking about, okay, if the meat that I'm consuming right now is only 36% beef, what is the other 64%? Is that right? 64, yeah. I only failed calculus once, but still passed on my second try. I definitely like this favorite item more than the Big Mac. I think it's just because I will always prefer Mexican stuff over burgers. The next popular fast food restaurant that we're gonna be talking about is Domino's Pizza. Domino's was founded by the brothers Tom and James Monaghan. Look, Shelby mispronouncing things. What a surprise. Oh boy. Ypsilanti, Michigan. I have never heard of that before. I'm from the Midwest and I've never heard of that before. It's founded in Michigan. I'm not even gonna try to I could figure it out right now. Let me Google it.
How do you pronounce Ypsilanti?
Sipsilanti?
Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti. Ypsilanti. Okay, we learned something today. I learned something today. I would almost argue that I am worse at pronunciation than I am at math, and that's saying something. Why does it start with a Y? Shouldn't it start with an I? Ypsilanti? Okay, well, that's where Domino's Pizza was founded in Ypsilanti, Michigan in 1960. They actually took over an existing restaurant, it looks like, called Dominic's. For some reason, the way that it's spelled makes me want to pronounce it Dominic's. Why is there a capital N in the middle of a word? That's not how that's supposed to be. But the brothers weren't allowed to continue using the name Dominic's, so the name was officially changed to Domino's Pizza in 1965. One article that I read said that Domino's was actually catered towards college students, and that's ultimately what caused them to invent the pizza box that we know today. Because their idea was to give many boxes of pizza, like stackable boxes of pizza, to college students just like all at once. And they wanted something that was durable, that was insulated, and like I said, stackable. This isn't part of the history, but this is just a fun fact that I found saying that Domino's has the world's fastest pizza maker that can make 3 large pizzas in 57 seconds. That's absolutely bonkers to me. But now on to the fun part, let's get into the drama. And Domino's has quite a lot of it. First, I want to talk about wage theft. In 2016, there was a lawsuit against Domino's for not following the law and giving out overtime pay and tips, and the investigation found that Domino's payroll software, called Pulse, had been programmed to short employees on their pay. This is really crazy because 78% of the locations that they had were already paying lower than minimum wage. So they obviously faced a lot of heat because of that, as well as their whole 30-minute delivery guarantee. When they started that, everybody was like, oh my gosh, pizza, guaranteed 30 minutes, hell yes. And that's one of the reasons that Domino's actually excelled and became really popular, was just like, we can get you pizza fast. But they actually got rid of that in 1993 because of all of the accidental deaths and car accidents that happened because of delivery drivers trying to deliver pizzas very quickly. They didn't say that this was the official reason, but there had been multiple cases of deaths and severe injuries because of delivery drivers for Domino's. My last tidbit of drama, and then we can move on, is that Domino's faced a lot of criticism over the quality of their food. I think the most popular criticism that Domino's has faced is that people said that their crust tasted like cardboard. But not only that, they got into an even bigger scandal in 2009 when a video on YouTube blew up of employees doing really gross shit to the pizzas, and I'll just show you a clip of the video.
We just put a burger on those sandwiches.
But unlike the best-selling book detailing the less than glamorous stuff that goes on in restaurant kitchens, 2 Domino's pizza workers in North Carolina are in big trouble with the food police and the real police for making this video and posting it on YouTube.
This is Michael's special Italian sandwich.
Yeah, obviously very gross, not cool. This was, of course, a big scandal for Domino's. This wasn't good PR for them. But the funny thing about it, though, is that this scandal actually caused Domino's to kind of undergo an entire rebrand, and they built an entire campaign based off of how bad their food was.
There comes a time when you know you've got to make a change.
Domino's pizza crust to me is like cardboard.
Worst excuse for pizza I've ever had.
The sauce tastes like ketchup.
Totally void of flavor.
You can either use negative comments to get you down, or you can use them to excite you and energize your process of making a better pizza.
I mean, we basically had to start over.
We changed everything. The crust, the sauce, the cheese.
Now it tastes better.
Honestly, that was a pretty risky move to be like, yeah, our food sucks, but we're trying to make it better. See, look, which totally could have backfired and it didn't, which is surprising to me, but more power to you if you find what works. So the most popular Domino's item is their pepperoni pizza, which honestly is kind of boring. I was hoping with the majority of these that I'd be trying something I never had, but pepperoni pizza is my favorite pizza, so I'm really not that upset about it. Yep, I love pizza. All right, one more bite. Moving on, the next popular restaurant that we're gonna be talking about is Chick-Fil-A. I feel like everybody loves Chick-Fil-A, and I think Chick-Fil-A is fine for what it is, but it's never been my favorite restaurant, or I've never been more inclined to go to Chick-Fil-A over other places. But it is very popular, of course. It's very chicken focused rather than burger or Mexican food focused. But Chick-Fil-A was founded in 1967 by S. Truett Cathy in Hapeville, Georgia, and is the largest food chain that specializes in chicken sandwiches and the first to become completely trans fat free. The restaurant was originally named Dwarf Grill in 1946 and eventually rebranded to Chick-fil-A in 1967. On to the drama, the scandals, the tea, the steaming hot tea, which is the fact that Chick-fil-A is oftentimes associated as being kind of anti-gay, anti-LGBT. The founder of Chick-fil-A was known to be a very religious Southern Baptist, so many of Chick-fil-A's values were actually based off of his religious beliefs, such as the fact that Chick-fil-A doesn't operate on Sundays and the company has a very public opposing stance on same-sex marriage, and they've apparently donated a lot of money to anti-LGBTQ charities. But Chick-fil-A's most popular food items was, again, their waffle fries, but like, I'm not just gonna buy fries, like that's boring. So I decided to get a few items from Chick-fil-A. I did get their fries, but I also got their original chicken sandwich, which is like what they're kind of known for, I guess. And then I also got some chicken nuggets because I saw online that a lot of people that was their favorite, was the nuggets. Let's start with the fries. I'm not gonna lie, I've had these before, and I'm not the biggest fan of Chick-fil-A's waffle fries. I'm just not a waffle fry gal. These ones are hitting different today. Before, I was never really that impressed. I'm gonna have so much leftover food after this. Now let's try a nugget. I guess it's just I'm so used to like McDonald's nuggets. These ones always look weirdly deformed. This one looks like a shrimp. Do I have ranch? Yes, a nugget is not a nugget without ranch to accompany it. I think that my favorite chicken nuggets are actually from Wendy's. I think Wendy's has perfected the nugget game. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike it. Like, would I eat it if it's all that was there? Yes. All right, last but not least, we got an original chicken sandwich from them. I added some things onto this. I don't know if I was allowed to do that, but like the original chicken sandwich looked like it was literally just the chicken, pickles, and a bun, and I can't do that. So I have cheese, lettuce, and tomato. I added those. I'm sorry if I ruined it. They really did it with this, tomato down. Oh no, making a mess. Wow, they really dropped the ball on their cheese placement here. Literally looks like they just slapped a Kraft single on there. It's good. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. I think my favorite thing from what I got from Chick-fil-A is definitely the nuggets. The last restaurant that I ordered from was Subway. Subway was founded in 1965 in Bridgeport, Connecticut by Fred DeLuca and Peter Buck, and was originally named Pete's Super Submarines and was renamed to Subway in 1968. Before researching about Subway, I actually didn't know that subs was short for submarines or submarine sandwiches. It makes a lot of sense now. So even though McDonald's is the largest restaurant in terms of revenue, Subway is actually the largest restaurant chain in terms of number of restaurants. They apparently have 41,512 restaurants in more than 100 countries. That's like over 4,000 more locations than McDonald's. But the most notable scandal with Subway, and I'm sure you all already probably know this, it was very popular, very public, but the most known drama associated with Subway is their former spokesperson, what's his name? Jared Fogle. Back in 2000, he apparently claimed that he lost over 200 pounds partly because of eating Subway. But in 2015, Fogle was arrested for possession of child pornography. But not only that, he was charged with illicit sexual conduct with a minor and was sentenced to more than 15 years in prison. I remember this story breaking. I remember when everybody was just like, the Subway guy is a pedophile. He's going to jail for child pornography. So of course Subway had to, cut ties with him. But the most popular Subway sandwich, I don't know why, is the BMT, which used to stand for Brooklyn Manhattan Transit, kind of a cool name, but now stands for biggest, meatiest, tastiest. I feel like you should have stuck with the old name, man. It's a lot cooler. Oh, I also got myself juice boxes because I'm a child. All right, I think this has it looks like ham, pepperoni, and salami. Give it a go, I guess. I don't hate it, but I would never order it for myself. Apparently a lot of people like this. I mean, that's really, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I feel like that's been the common consensus with this experiment. But it definitely is like a very Italian-esque sandwich, I would say. Wow, so that was pretty successful, I think. I gotta give it to my Instagram followers. I would say that the Crunchwrap Supreme was the best item that was purchased today. Actually, no, the Baja Blast was the best item purchased. The Crunchwrap Supreme was the second best. I think everything was worth the try. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me looking at some of your most favorite fast food restaurants. If you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe, especially if you want to see more videos like this. Make sure to also leave me a comment letting me know your favorite fast food restaurants, so just in case if I don't already have it on my list of restaurants for the future, I can throw it on there. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you the next time I upload a new video.